But it's good you guys are here, thank you. I thought it was quite useful to bring you guys together for Pride. You know, we're in the Royal Vauxhall Tavern. Yes. How important is a space and a place like this for your community to be able to come to and be able to talk and meet and feel alive?
We are losing venues like the wonderful one that we're standing in. There's been such a fight to protect the RVT, and yet we are losing physical spaces all over the country. There is nothing quite like actually coming together in person.
Yeah. I feel very underdressed today in the Royal Vauxhall Tavern. I should have come with some sequins or some glitter. Maybe next time I'll bring it.
Come back on Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sharvari, what has the mix brought to your life that's maybe helped?
It came to me at a time when I was going through like a very rough patch in my mental health. Writing things for the mix, making things for social media. It made me feel like I could contribute, like I had a voice, and volunteering really helps with your mental health. It sort of brought like a sense of joy back into my life where I felt like, at least if nothing else today, like I've done something for somebody else. I am worthwhile, I am worthy, I am worth like taking up space.
It helped me massively, especially that the helpline you just phoned and say I'm struggling with this, and they'd be able to signpost you and direct you to the places to go. They were the ones that told me to contact the switchboard and told me that there's an amazing charities out there that tackle these issues. Being able to bring in these perspectives at under 25s and service users into like these big decisions that are affecting the charity, I do feel like it is making a change and making a difference, and I feel like the charity is now moving more towards a way of actually helping young people, but using young people to help young people.
Michael, working out who you are, then telling your friends, your family, it's got to be a big deal. How do you go about doing that?
So my mental health journey started way before I even came out. So I was feeling a lot of like kind of imposter syndrome within like a community that I wasn't even identifying as part of at the moment. Feeling like, am I actually gay? Are these feelings like valid? I came from quite a religious background, so I was told, oh, this isn't natural, this isn't fine. It was very difficult to overcome that and actually reach support different ways as well. So I think that's the journey that I took in order to come out, was to actually realise it is fine. And there's other churches out there that were supportive and inclusive and stuff.
I think a lot of people think, oh, I've come out, not realising that actually we come out multiple times in multiple ways, whether it's in taxis, whether it's meeting friends of friends or in new workplaces.
Sharvari, can I ask you, how do you find your mental health in terms of young people?
Growing up, for me, it was kind of difficult because I migrated from India at like a young age. So when I came, I felt even more like I didn't have my people. We all have felt that same feeling that we're like different. That's definitely been something that's been quite tricky for me.
When did you realise that your mental health was really important?
Like my mental health took a bit of a hit after A-levels because of COVID and having to do them in lockdown. I felt quite burnt out. Just after starting therapy, I felt like, wow, this is an actual like mental health issue. Sometimes we can think that like we have to wait until we reach crisis point.
Some might say mental fitness.
Yeah,
is really
mental
important.
fitness is as important. Like having a community is incredibly important for your mental fitness.
I've been reading recently from Stonewall research side of things for the community, and 1 in 8 young men kill themselves, in the community, and that's the unbelievable, terrifying stat.
Now, we categorically know it is not sexuality or gender identity which causes mental ill health. It's actually the experience from the wider world, experiencing homophobia, discrimination, negative discourse on social media, bullying, lack of protections, fear about how you're going to be rejected by family, perhaps. All of those things add to the mental load.
Tell us a bit about your tips and tricks for keeping your mental fitness going.
One thing that actually made me realise that it's fine to feel these feelings and it's good to explore them was probably reaching out to those places. I contacted Switchboard, contacted Gallup as well, because I felt like I was getting a bit like homophobic bullying. I contacted a mix and went through like a lot of articles and read them. So I kind of reached out to all these like independent people that didn't know me and didn't know my story and could just tell me some advice.
Yeah. Did you find that quite reassuring?
I realised there's so much support in the community.
When people need the support, what do you advise is the best thing to do?
Ask twice. Let them say that, oh, yeah, I'm fine, thanks, and brush it off. Yeah. And then like, are you really? And then offer some evidence. It's like, because I've noticed you don't see yourself at the moment.
We need to have more conversations with our friends, with our families. Being that person who sits and listens to someone is actually something that can help massively, more than talking or fixing.
I think it's very difficult to sometimes tackle it for young men. You know, young men are very notorious for not wanting to open up, not wanting to share, not wanting to look vulnerable.
But I think guys particularly find emotions quite difficult. Don't quite know how to deal with them. Strong emotions, no emotions, whatever it might be, you kind of find it quite hard. And I think that's where we've got to get better at having an open conversation about these things. What does Pride Month kind of mean to the youth, if you like, of the community?
I'm just really excited to go to the Pride Parade, and something so special that's celebrating our diversity.
Yeah. I feel a big party coming on for you.
Yeah, definitely.
That moment when we can all be ourselves, dress how we want, and show our personalities off in different ways.
Guys, thank you. Been really nice to chat. Thank you for your insights of growing up. I think it'll mean an awful lot to everyone to talk about it and hear it from people who have lived it. So, thank you.